Live on the campus of College of Idaho from the Jake. It's the NAIA second round between the College of Idaho Yotes and the Cornerstone University Golden Eagles. Both these teams victorious in the opening round of the NAIA National Tournament last night. College of Idaho putting up triple digits on Jessup. They won that one in a rout. Did the Yotes, so here they are here tonight, again playing on their home floor, and Cornerstone beating the ninth-seeded Carroll College, that school out of Montana. That was a close one last night. You and I on the call for both those games yesterday. As we come into the game here tonight, another rowdy crowd here tonight for the Yotes, really, as this is their home floor. So what do you think of these two teams quickly here before the anthem?
Yeah, and a good game we saw from the College of Idaho the first round, and they took it to Jessup, and Jessup really didn't have a chance from the beginning. But it was on the back of great three-point shooting, and then moving without the ball and able to create some spaces. And so we're going to have the national anthem here real quick, and I think we'll take a quick break.
Yep, sounds good. We'll see you on the other side. Just a few moments away here from tip-off back here at the College of Idaho. Lucas Gephardt and Ryan Luke bringing you coverage of the second round NAIA National Tournament matchup. Winner of this one on to the quarterfinals. They will play the winner of Shawnee State, who upset Roosevelt last night, and they will play Madonna. So that is a 5-13 matchup at the bottom section of this bracket. So winner of this one will get the winner of Madonna and Shawnee State. So while we have a chance, let's go ahead and meet today's starters. We will begin with the 8th-seeded Cornerstone University Golden Eagles. Cornerstone today will start a 6'6" junior forward from Hudson, Michigan. That's going to be Jack Juldersma. Also in the lineup, a 6'2" junior guard from Zeeland, Michigan, Eli Steffen. A 6'8" junior forward from Australia, Toby Woolcock. And a 6'9" center from Wayland, Michigan, Corey Ainsworth. And a 6'5" junior guard from Huron, Ohio, Luke Rawlinson. The Golden Eagles are led by head coach Kim Elders. On the other side for College of Idaho, here's who they're going to start today. Same starting five as yesterday for the Yotes. A 5'9" sophomore guard from Eugene, Samaje Morgan. A 6'5" senior forward from Middleton, Idaho, Tyler Robinette. A 6-foot senior guard from Haley, Idaho, Johnny Radford. A 6'5" junior guard from Fruitland, Idaho, Jake O'Neill. And a 6'5" junior forward from Great Falls, Montana, Drew Wyman. The Yotes are led by head coach Colby Blaine. And tonight, the College of Idaho is in search of win number 30 for the 7th time in program history. To be the 6th time in the last 7 years that they're able to accomplish it. And C of I has also won its last 4 second-round matchups with an overall mark of 10-5 in the second round all time as a program.
Yeah, phenomenal feat if you're looking at it from a pure fan perspective. I mean, this is like a Kentucky feat when you're going back to the late 90s, early 2000s all the way through. Consistently a Sweet 16 team And that is the expectation for College of Idaho, is to do that. And now, after having won the national championship and returning almost everybody and getting better, quite frankly, the expectation is to go all the way. But Cornerstone coming in, playing a good, sound ball game versus Carroll last night, and they're going to have something to say about it tonight. They come in with Ainsworth, who is basically, well, he is an All-American. He was a Conference Player of the Year, and for rightfully so. I mean, the guy is absolutely phenomenal down low. He's going to be a load, and he's going to slow the game down. They'll run the offense through him all night, and as well they should. He put up, I believe it was 24 points last night, and basically carried the team in the latter parts of the game, the stages of the game, for the victory. Now, College of Idaho comes out. College of Idaho does it on a lot of ways. They do it from three-point land. They do it moving without the ball, a lot of back cuts, and they'll get you off balance in terms of who's going to score when and where, and then they're deep. And Jake O'Neill cheered from the crowd. The whole crowd gets into it. But then they also do it with a deep, deep bench. They're going to run 10 people tonight, and so fatigue has never been an issue for College of Idaho. Cornerstone's going to have their hands full, and College of Idaho looking to make some noise here in the second round to get to the Sweet 16.
Yeah, this will be a good one here tonight. It's always a fun atmosphere here at the Jake. Packed house once again here on St. Patrick's Day. You'll see some of the students over there on the far sideline dressed in the unusual green tonight. Usually decked out in purple. Tonight it's green here for the CFI students. College of Idaho going to be wearing the white uniforms tonight. Cornerstone, the visiting blue uniforms. One of the best environments in the entire country here at the Jake in Caldwell, Idaho.
So big tip here, and I think you're going to see College of Idaho take it from the very beginning, and the goal is setting the tone. And in order to do that, they've got to shoot well, but on their home court, I can only imagine it's going to go off well.
With Drew Wyman and Ainsworth in the center circle, off we go here from the Jake tonight. The Yotes win the tip. Here with Samaje Morgan over on the right side. We'll hand this one off to Radford as the Yotes get into their first offensive possession of the night. Winner of this one on to the NAIA quarterfinals. Second round action here in the national tournament. Putting this one on for Wyman off glass, no. Rebound going to Cornerstone as they will bring this up for their first possession of the night.
First possession, that's it. I mean, Wyman got a good look, just not able to convert. And I think you're going to continue to see that. The off man that Ainsworth is not guarding is going to be the man in the post.
Short jumper, that one rolls home. That's Jack Wildersma who gets the scoring started. The Yotes fans will have a seat as they all stand until the visiting team scores their first bucket. It's the first bucket of the night going to Cornerstone. Our side they go with Robinette to the near side rather, as here's Morgan. They'll drive left to the free throw line, kick back Robinette, a three on the way, good.
And that just finishes from last night. I mean, that's a continuation, 29 points last night, and Robinette was lethal from three-point land, and they ran a screen and they got Morgan to peel off Ainsworth, and he couldn't get there in time to prevent the shot.
Yeah, like you said, Ryan, 29 points to Robinette last night, most of them from behind the arc. Down low they go to Ainsworth, going to work on Robinette. Ainsworth spins, trying to go through Robinette, and a foul called on Robinette. The Yotes thought they had a steal.
Yeah, Robinette, and speaking to some of the Carroll players last night, they talked about Ainsworth and just how crafty he is down in the paint. And a lot of the movements, and he'll pivot, and he'll bump you and pump fake you when you're off, and then get you to a point where you're off balance, and then he'll go around you, and very soft touch around the rim.
So foul on the floor, so inbounding this one will be Cornerstone on the baseline as they throw this one into the far wing. Number 2, Woolcock will hand this one back to Steffen, who will set it up at the center circle. Tried to zip this one down the post, deflected. Steffen the first there, and off glass good, getting the roll. Wildersma again, he's got all four. Morgan trying to get to the rim, he's blocked.
A bit of a mismatch, and Morgan, when he broke free, you could see the defender, and I want to say that was Wildersma who got over there, timed it up, and blocked it out of bounds. But to this point, Cornerstone moving without the ball really, really well. Cuts to the basket and trying to keep College of Idaho on their heels.
There's Wyman on the low post as he kicks out to the wing. Morgan now with it, bounce pass down low. They try it with Wyman. Wyman, turnaround shot, good.
We talked about it. The big man that does not have Ainsworth on him is going to be the one in the post, and that's Wyman right now.
Yeah, this is going to be a kick ball as Rollinson tried to corral it, but it went off his foot. So it stays here with the Golden Eagles. 17 and a half minutes left to go. Opening minutes of this one here from Caldwell.
Ainsworth, that's his shot. That is his shot, and he will knock that down all night. In the 2-3, even if he plays in the high post, you'll see him hit that 15-footer.
He knocks that one down in 7-4. Yotes leading by 3. Morgan on the near side puts this one on the floor. Had it stripped. It's loose at center court. Joel Deersma the first to it. And on the fast break is going to be a foul called against C of I.
Well, that all started on the offensive end for the Yotes as they came in, and Morgan trying to do a little too much with the ball, trying to create some penetration. That is the game plan. Create and kick, drive and kick. Unfortunately, they came over and they double teamed. And now on the other end, you saw Jake O'Neal, Joldersma stepped on O'Neal's foot as he went down, landed hard on his tush.
So Joldersma to the line, and his first one is good.
And you got to be careful because Cornerstone is incredibly fundamentally sound. Everything they do is very measured. You know, in terms of free throws, you look at good high free throw percentage. Everything they do, very, very well done.
He knocks down both of his free throws. He's got 6 of the 8 here for Cornerstone, does Joe Deersma. Yotes trailing by 3. Morgan trying to get to the rim, off glass and good.
That was sick. That was filthy. He crossed him over and exploded forward and had an easy lane to the bucket.
Rollinson, a long 3 front rim. College of Idaho tag team in the rebound. They'll look to run now. Morgan in transition, bounce pass to Robinette down low. Robinette kicks to a 3 on the wing. Back rim no good.
Radford's a shooter. He wasn't quite on last night, and they need him to get dialed in. He's a phenomenal defender, and they have to have him on the floor, and any kind of offensive contribution will help the Yotes.
High post, here they go. Just Cornerstone. They're going to shoot it from that elbow. It's no good. That came from Ainsworth. Yotes grab the rebound. Morgan going over to Radford here on the near side. Back to Morgan. They swing it around Robinette. Bounce pass baseline. Reverse layup. Good. Jake O'Neal.
Jake O'Neal, he's so explosive. Goes baseline and then reverses with the offhand.
Samaje Morgan tried to draw the charge. Officials didn't bite. Cornerstone still with it now as Ainsworth finding a teammate on the baseline. Nifty layup up and good. Joel Deersma once again.
Joel Deersma showing us some double clutch underneath, and he's done it from all over. And he was a force last night. Obviously shooting better tonight, and they're going to have to check him up.
Here's a 3 from the left wing. Good. Drew Wyman connecting from long range, and the Yotes leading by 2.
Wyman will do that to you, too. You've got to run him out on him. And even with the hand in his face, he's actually an explosive athlete, and he has a high release.
Ainsworth the answer on the other end. Short jumper up and good.
That's bread and butter right there for him. That easy one-hand floater in the lane and not anybody getting a hand in his face.
There's Johnny Radford. He's going to let this 3 go. It's deep and in and out. Let that one go from the Yotes logo. Let it go from the S.
I tell you, Radford needs to get on, and if they get him on, they're going to be tough.
This one deflected. Robinette grabbing it. Yotes looking to run in transition, but they throw it away into traffic. Joel Deersma there for the steal, and now Cornerstone. You might see this throughout the night. They want to control the tempo, slow things down, be in the half court.
And Cornerstone knows they cannot compete in an up-and-down game with College of Idaho, and the athleticism that College of Idaho shows, really mismatch.
Steffen cuts through traffic and puts it up and in, and Cornerstone retaking the lead, 14-12. So we approach the 14-minute mark.
Hanging around, doing everything you've got to do versus this number 3 team in the country.
Samaje Morgan thought about a 3 instead, skips inside and sinks it.
I mean, he didn't even have to stop. He just kind of paused for a moment, and guy goes flying, and just a nice little jump shot in the lane.
Albertson over on the left wing, putting this one on the floor in traffic. Radford forcing a tie-up. Yotes almost had a steal. They would have had two with Morgan flying down the court.
So Morgan's going to need to keep doing that. That is how he's going to create space. Getting too deep in the lane, he's going to find trouble, but he's stopping, and he's stopped about halfway down the lane, either looking for a jump shot or to dish.
Reached our first media timeout. It's a good one so far. All tied at 14, 13:47 to go in the first half. $13:47 left in this first half. NAIA's second round matchup here between College of Idaho and Cornerstone. Cornerstone out of Michigan, out of Grand Rapids, Michigan. Enrollment 1,800 here for the Golden Eagles. Just a little bit bigger than the College of Idaho, who's obviously playing on their home floor here at Caldwell.
Yeah, putting up a fight. It's all dotted up at 14, but this is the second line. There's a line change for College of Idaho. Paul Wilson manning the middle there, and this is a really athletic and good shooting floor for College of Idaho.
Some subs on as well. This is going to be a shot clock violation on Cornerstone, as they weren't aware of the shot clock. Clearly was were the Golden Eagles. They just weren't aware of the clock. It crept down on them.
Tried to get a shot off at the end, but that's a stop. That's a defensive stop. That came off that jump ball, remember. And so College of Idaho making it work for him.
Yotes are going to throw this one down to Caden Handren, who's one of those subs that checked in. They kick it back to Dougie Peoples. Underneath Peoples, can't get it to go. They swat this one out for a rebound, but a foul on the rebound goes against the College of Idaho.
Yeah, Peoples was lights out last night, shooting from beyond the arc, and they feel like at 6'8", he has a matchup. He's a matchup nightmare for him as he took a smaller man to the post, and that was Eli Steffen. Steffen, though, showing good position, forcing him into the miss.
5 on the floor here for College of Idaho. Handren, as we mentioned, also Stratton Rogers, Alex Germer also on the floor, as well as Dougie Peoples, like we mentioned, and Paul Wilson. That's your 5 on the floor, as this foul is going to give it back to C of I.
Same call that Paul Wilson had on the other way down, but this time they ended up calling it on Dykma. And Dykma, hey, I guess they're calling over the backs tonight. Yeah. So chalk that up to your memory if you're a player and just know that you've got to have some space.
5 for Cornerstone. It's going to be Steffen as well as Blake Stewart is checked in. Underneath they go. Paul Wilson, two-handed slam, and the Yotes retake the lead.
Boy, it sure helps when you have somebody that can finish around the rim and not measuring it at almost 7 foot. Paul Wilson, easy dunk, but Stanton Rogers getting to the hole. His athleticism really on display.
Connor Dykma also a sub in for Cornerstone. Ainsworth and Rawlinson still the bigs on the floor for the Golden Eagles as well. 10 to shoot here for Cornerstone. Finding a man cutting to the rim. Clock getting down to 3 seconds as they let it go. Air ball, and it's going to go out of bounds back to the College of Idaho.
And we're seeing, again, Cornerstone slowing the game down, milking the whole shot clock. The idea is to shorten the game, and I like it. I mean, you let the College of Idaho get out running and shooting, and they can put up 10 points on you in the blink of an eye.
Trying to get to the rim, reverse layup, no. As that was Rogers, it's loose. C of I still with it. Now they're going to try a 3 from the left wing. That's no good. Paul Wilson there for the rebound. Put back, no. Still loose underneath. The Cornerstone finally comes away with it. Golden Eagles looking to run now. Now it's loose, and C of I scraps it back. And a foul called against Cornerstone.
Flurry of events down there. College of Idaho not able to convert. And Paul Wilson point blank 2 times. And, boy, you just want to see him just dunk that thing. Like, get up in there and do it. Big mistake by the big man. He brought the ball down. And if you're young and you're watching this, you always hold the ball high after a rebound. Paul Wilson brought it right around his hips, and that's where it gets swatted.
That's something you and I talk about all the time. You're a big, hold it up by the chin. Don't bring it down by the hip. C of I with it now. Spinning, turning, picking up the dribble is Rogers, and a foul called on Cornerstone.
College of Idaho a little out of sync here, playing that half-court game. And yes, they can, but they look to shoot early on in the shot clock by creating some space. So Cornerstone, hand it to them. Again, game plan, shorten it, go deep into the shot clock, force them into just really a methodical play, and get them, again, shooting free throws is probably an advantage at this point versus the three-point line.
Yeah, but first free throw is going to bounce home here for Rogers. Wolfcock is going to check back in for Cornerstone as he replaces Blake Stewart, who just picked up his second foul off the bench.
Yeah, Ainsworth's going to be an interesting matchup for Paul Wilson, and if Wilson can keep his feet and not get up and go, Ainsworth's amazing with pump fakes. So if you can keep your ground, but it looks like they're going to run the trap, the half-court trap now, the 1-3-1.
A deep three from the left side. That's too strong, but another chance at it is Cornerstone. Steffen over on the right wing. Ainsworth, jumper from the baseline. Too strong. Wilson the rebound.
2-3's defense. They went from that 1-3-1, settled into the 2-3, and that jump shot's going to be open. Cornerstone has to hit if they're going to be successful tonight.
Wilson with it now, going over to Rogers on the right side. Gets a screen from Wilson. Rogers over to Handren. They work over to the far side pocket now. 10 to shoot for the Oaks. Put his man down, Germer, through traffic, blocked by Ainsworth. And Cornerstone grabs it, and with 10.5 to go, they'll zip it up the floor for their next possession.
Cornerstone's scrappy defense, and we've seen some teams this year, Lucas, you and I, and that scrappy defense kind of gets you off your game. You're not able to shoot the shots in rhythm.
Nice bounce pass down low. Ainsworth, count the bucket and the foul.
High-low offense, flash high, and Ainsworth waited for the defense to commit, and then he flashed, ran the baseline, and now he has a chance for a three-point play, tie this thing up.
10:17 left to go in this opening half. It's been close virtually the whole way. This was the point in the game where Cornerstone yesterday, remember, they trailed by 10 pretty early in that first half. Carroll College ran out to that double-digit lead, and then this was about the point in that first half where Cornerstone really turned it on. It was a 22-point swing in that first half, where Golden Eagles eventually took a 12-point lead. Yotes looking to retake the lead here, but can't connect on the three as Wyman. Cornerstone slowing things down here. Under 10 minutes to play in the first half. Short jumper left short by Wolfcock. Andrew in transition will find Rogers. Circle to the top of the key. Rogers nearly losing it, still keeping it. Handren now on the right wing. Handren bounce pass down to Rogers. Kick out, Wyman pump fakes. Enters to the right elbow. Yotes with 9 to shoot now. They're going to fire it away from straight to top of the key. Back rim, no good. That was a great defensive possession.
Yeah, forced him into a tough shot, and Peoples took it. Problem was, Peoples wasn't in rhythm. He found himself open, but they're just bumping him off a little bit off the rhythm. And Cornerstone, good defensive strategy so far.
Good ball movement here. Ainsworth stuck on the baseline, though, and he traveled.
That's huge. That is huge. If Wilson can continue to do that all night and force Ainsworth into going to baseline, I mean, that's a big on a really big. And it looks like he was able, well, it doesn't look like he was able to force that turnover just by being in position.
Hit another media timeout, all tied, just like the last media timeout. Tied at 14, the last one tied at 17 here. We'll be back. .903 left here in the opening half. About a little over halfway through this first half, so some first half stats for you as we have them here in front of us. College of Idaho just shooting 38% from the field. They're shooting 28% from behind the arc. Just 2 of 7 are the Yotes from 3. Cornerstone, meanwhile, shooting 50%. They have not made a 3 yet, though. They've only shot 2, so a small sample size. So there's some shooting percentages for you as we are about halfway through this first half. So the Yotes not seeing as many shots fall as they're used to. CMI normally shoots about 47% from the field. Here's Robinette down on the baseline. We'll kick out Radford. Circles, will now take it to the cup. Floater, got it.
That was slick looking. It looked like it was going to rim out. And look, if you're a Cornerstone, this couldn't go any better. You're getting exactly what you want. You shorten the game, you win the little things, you do fundamentals, although turn the ball over there, but you keep it close, and you keep feisty. Everything has to be feisty. For College of Idaho, got to find a way to break free and spread those wings a bit or stretch those legs, get some stuff transition-wise, and then start knocking down more threes.
Just the second turnover of the night for Cornerstone. Samaje Morgan now with it as he checked back into the game. Pump fakes a three, bounce pass down into the high block area. Backing his man down is Wyman. Wyman turnaround shot, back rim no. And climbing the ladder for the rebound, Joel Dersma.
Wyman lost that on the way up. It looks like it was coming out of his hand kind of funky, and he ended up shot putting it at the rim.
Whistle and a travel called on Cornerstone, so it gives it back to C of I. So they had just one turnover prior to the last two possessions, and back-to-back turnovers now for the Golden Eagles.
Yeah, Woolcock said, no. But everybody else in this state, in this auditorium said, yes, that was a turnover.
It's a little outnumbered, I think, here tonight. Morgan takes a baseline, kicks to a three, good.
Radford right there, and that's what we talked about. Morgan getting deep that time, but knowing he was going to have somebody flash to the corner, and that is all part of it. Johnny Radford on is a problem for Cornerstone tonight.
Radford's first triple of the night. He's got 5 now. Here's the short jumper off glass and good. Luke Rowlandson banked that one home. This three off the mark. Quick three, that is, and Cornerstone grabs it, looking to run in transition now, and they get 2 more. Rowlandson again.
So that should be, in football, be a delay of game warning on the defense. I don't know what they're going to call. Nothing. Say, let's do it over again. Here we go.
Don't do that again.
Don't do it again. Shake your finger at them. That's what they did.
Yotes lead by 1 here with 7 minutes to play in the first half. Robin Ed over on the left side. Now putting this one on the floor, getting to the cup. O'Neal, he's fouled, and he'll go to the line for a pair.
Jake O'Neal, he's so explosive to the rim, and he's been matched pretty well. Other than the one play where he went baseline, he has not been able to squirt free and get to the hole, and his game is really around the rim. So they've Joldersma family, I apologize. The Joldersma has done a fantastic job checking him and keeping him from getting to the rim in an explosive manner. That time had to settle for a fadeaway jump shot, and looks like he got him with the body.
Connecting on the first is O'Neal. He'll have one more, connects on both.
And College Idaho just hasn't been able to make that run. You know, they'll rip off 6-7 points in a row, and they just have not been able to do that. And that's exactly what Cornerstone needs to prevent from happening and just keep chipping away at it.
Over the far side they go here with Rowlandson. This one's intercepted by C of I. Wyman in transition finds Morgan. Morgan through contact. He'll shoot 2.
Morgan knew he was going to get hit on that one, and he jumped right into it, tried to do the flip it up underneath and see if he could kiss it off the glass. I thought they had a trailer on that one. I thought maybe they could have left it out. Instead, Morgan took the aggressive play, drew the foul.
Samaje Morgan here to the stripe. He'll shoot 2. He's got 4 points so far today and has this one bounce out on him.
Talked about last night how Morgan was the leading scorer at one point, averaging over 15 points a game. And then his role kind of settled in as a playmaker versus a scorer as much, but still very capable of shooting and getting to the hole and doing a lot of things really well.
Next on is second. The Yotes take a 25-21 lead. 6.5 to go in this opening half of basketball here from C of I. And this one goes off the hands and finds it right into the lap of Joel Dersma, but he can't connect. C of I grabs the rebound. They're looking to run now. Now slowing it down, kick out. Morgan pump fakes on a 3. Behind the back dribble, trying to get to the cup, and they lose it. The other way now, Cornerstone. Steffen over on the left wing, slings this one down. Now back out, open 3 on the way. That's no good. It's one that you feel like you have to have if you're Cornerstone.
Yeah, you got to shoot well, and you have to be able to knock down those threes. Coach Blaine maybe calling them back a little bit more of a set piece. Looking to create versus react.
Kicks out Robinette. Robinette kicks for a three. Good. Drew Wyman once again connecting from long range.
Again, inside out, lots and lots of inside out. And when your bigs can shoot like that, Drew Wyman is, you know what, he's going to be a doctor when he grows up. That's what he's going to be. But Drew Wyman at 6'5", but explosive athlete, shoots over the top.
It's a 7-point lead. Here's a three from the corner. That's no good. C of I looking to run now. Morgan will slow it up. Here's a three from the pocket, and it's good.
Johnny Radford knocking down threes is a problem for Cornerstone.
Radford drills it from the corner, and the Yotes lead by 10.
This is the spurt we talked about. College of Idaho needed this. Create some separation.
Down low. Spins, turns through traffic, high off the glass. No. C of I grabs the rebound. Morgan tosses this one. Radford another three. That's no good. This place would have exploded if he hit that.
Absolutely. Ainsworth looking to check in. Got to stop the bleeding now and bring your All-American in.
Three from the corner, no good. Radford the rebound. Tosses it to Morgan. Morgan on the right wing. He'll back it up. With 4 minutes left to play, he'll look back to his head coach for the play.
Smartly pulls it out. Absolutely smart play.
Morgan drives left. Morgan cuts through traffic and puts it off glass and in.
So apparently Morgan's from somewhere in Europe because he Euro-stepped around everybody and so strong with those legs, able to explode off of 1 foot and still finish around the rim.
The Yotes lead by 12. Timeout, Cornerstone.
Let's go take a quick replay, though. Let's take a look at Morgan as he comes down Euro steps, finishes with the right, and jumped off of his right foot to finish with his right hand.
We'll take a quick media timeout. Yotes leading 33-21. 3:47 left in this opening half. College of Idaho with its largest lead of the night at 12, leading 33-21. The Yotes now shooting 46% from the field. Last time we checked on that, they were shooting in the 20s. So a much better shooting spurt there for C of I as they race out to this 12-point lead. And here comes the second line, as we call it, for C of I.
Yeah, well, they keep Radford and O'Neill in for some continuity, and you can see Coach Blaine's strategy here. Overlap now, do your 2 line shifts, but now overlap for some continuity. Plus, they like O'Neill and Radford's had the hot hand.
Pump fake from the right wing, driving in, shooting, no, and now fouling the rebounds, going against C of I. They got Handren.
Handren doesn't like it, but that was the right call. He had his arm wrapped around his shoulder and dragged the Cornerstone player to the ground.
There's Mason Brooks now holding up top. We'll put this on the floor. Tosses to Rawlinson. 3:20 left to play, opening half. Deep three from the right side, air ball.
So they ran the screenplay because Jake O'Neill, they put him up high. He's typically their 3. He plays the 3 spot, which will put him down low on the 2-3. But they had him running out. They tried to screen him off. They're putting some big. This is a bigger lineup. Johnny Radford is the shortest man out there at 6'6'1", and Handren running about 6'3", 6'4", along with O'Neill at 6'4". They have good length on the perimeter.
With it now is Radford. Kicks out to Wilson. Rotates around to Handren. Handren with 10 to shoot. Kicks back out Radford. Radford step back 3. No. Loose on the rebound. Fans want to call. They don't get it. And now running over the C of I player there was Steffen, and now the fans get the call.
Stanton Rogers was just pesky. I'll even go as far as to say annoying on that one. Thought there should have been a call, and he came back and kept swiping at it, and just had enough of it was a Cornerstone player. Just kind of shimmied it with the forearm. I believe that was Eli Steffen. Fouls on Steffen.
2.5 to play. Driving baseline, good find. Wilson, he'll go to the line.
That's good. That's a strong move. You got to do it. And we talked about moving without the ball, cutting down the lane. College of Idaho executing right now. It feels like Cornerstone's a little off. They're out of sync in terms of offense. Such a fundamentally sound team. I'd like to see them maybe do a little bit more. A deep step back three is not their game. You know, you got to look at Ainsworth inside and maybe either have him hit that 15-footer or have him work down low against maybe Wilson or somebody else. But they do need a bucket right now.
Wilson missing on his first. He'll have one more coming up. Second free throw on the way. That's no good, but a whistle. And it'll go back to Cornerstone.
Yeah, they're going to call a foul on Jake O'Neal. Gave a big shove, and he's saying, I got a forearm too, though.
2:30 left to play. Opening half. C of I been on one of its well-known runs here late in the first half. Steffen with it at the top of the key, picks up his dribble. He's looking for somewhere to go with it. Mid-range jumper on the way is good. And that was Blake Stewart, the junior, knocks that one down.
Yeah, so that's their shot. That's Cornerstone. That's their offense.
Offensive rebound, Wilson. Yote's going to get another shot at it here with 2 minutes to play. Down low they go with Wilson. Wilson along the baseline. Can't get that to roll home. Rogers is there for the rebound. Back to Wilson, and he's fouled.
Wilson doing some work down low. Multiple shots, but it's drawn 2 fouls now on Ainsworth. Oh, I lied. They're going to say that's his first. Apparently the first one was not on him when Wilson went to the line the first time.
So Paul Wilson back to the stripe here. He just missed 2 just a few moments ago. He'll have another chance at 2 more here. Gets his first. Pushes the lead back to 11. One more coming up here for Wilson as he can't get that to go on the back rim. Stewart grabs the rebound. Steffen bringing it up. Shot from the elbow up and good for Ainsworth. And that's the path back.
That's the path back. Ainsworth anywhere from the elbow, free throw line, even from 18 feet out, and letting him do the work.
Tough shot, Rogers. That's off glass and no good. 1:24 to go as Steffen brings it up.
Making a stand here is Cornerstone, just chipping away.
Back to Ainsworth they go. Ainsworth puts this on the floor and gets that one to go on the hook.
The key is don't leave your feet, because as soon as you leave your feet, he's gone. And Ainsworth's so crafty around the rim.
And a timeout taken here by the College of Idaho. As we'll get another look at that hook.
Anyway, hit a shot. How's that? Ainsworth crafty around the rim. We talked about it. Don't leave your feet. Also hitting the jump shot from the other on the last possession, previous possession. And Cornerstone creeping back closer and closer.
1:02 left to play here in this first half. It's been a tight one for most of it. It's felt close at least.
And they need this. And is Coach Blaine pull some of his players out, the same ones that made the run, because he wants to rest them. He does like to have his players fresh for the run. Perfect timing for Cornerstone to make the run. Coach Elders putting his team in and feeding Ainsworth, and you've got to keep it running through him. Again, getting deep in the shot clock, getting some stops on defense, and that's how it's going to have to happen the rest of the way. Not an incredibly explosive team, and they're not going to rip off 10 at a time, but if you can do 2, 3 every so often, you get back into this thing.
Here's Robinette, one of the starters here for C of I. Bounce pass over to Rogers, kick back out. Robinette drills it.
Such a pure shooter, and Robinette showed it last night. He has a stroke going again tonight.
The lead is back to 10. 40 seconds to play in this opening half. Steffen near side, Rollinson back to Steffen, finds Ainsworth. Ainsworth, mid-range jumper, that's way off. As Robinette grabs it.
You see Coach Blaine's strategy now, 2-3, but nobody's shorter than 6'4" out there. So when Ainsworth or anybody gets it in the high post, they're able to get a hand in their face. Defensively, this is a good squad on the floor right now if you're going to neutralize Ainsworth all the way around.
9 to shoot, 8 left on the clock. As that one is a top shot off glass and good for Wyman.
Wow, that entry pass was ridiculous.
There's a shot, the horn left short, and we have reached halftime. 39-27, C of I taking the lead into the break.
Let's take a look at this last play as Drew Wyman finishes. You can see the entry pass here from Stanton, and Wyman elevates and shoots over the top, and that's going to take us to halftime. And with your score, College of Idaho 39 and Cornerstone University 27.
Moments away here from the second half here at the College of Idaho. Our halftime score 39-27 as both these teams getting ready for the last 20 minutes of this one as we look over some of the halftime stats. Here's what some stood out to us. Cornerstone shooting 44% from the field. Cornerstone still looking for its first 3 of the night. They're 0 for 6 from behind the arc. They made all 3 of their free throws, I should say. Getting out rebounded by the College of Idaho by just 1 mark, 18-17. Cornerstone's turned it over 8 times. Their largest lead has been 3. College of Idaho, meanwhile, shooting 43% from the field. They're 6 of 15 from behind the arc, 50% from the free throw line. They've turned it over 3 times, and their largest lead, the one they hold now, which is 12.
So coming into this game, we knew Cornerstone was going to have to keep it close. The goal was to not let the College of Idaho go on any runs, and right towards the end of the second half, that's exactly what happened. But Cornerstone is not out of this. We've seen them come back from 10-point deficit and actually win the game last night, but it's got to be done, and you're going to run the offense through Ainsworth, and you got to do that with good defense and not allow 3-point shots like this.
Robinette a 3 out of the gate, no, but C of I grabbing the rebound. Ainsworth leading all scorers at the break with 11 points. As Morgan will set this one back up, leading scorer for College of Idaho with 10 as Morgan spins underneath. Had this one knocked out of his hands, but it stays down here.
So Drew Wyman, the leading scorer for the College of Idaho with 10 points. And on the other side, of course, Corey Ainsworth, the All-American with 11 points.
They float this one in, but can't get that one to go. Is leaving that one short. For C of I was O'Neal. That would have been a nifty way to start the half.
Absolutely, and they run that about once a game, and they have to get the timing just right. He actually tried to finish with his left hand. Passes a little off.
Ainsworth down low, bullies his way to the rim, cuts the lead back down to 10. Left side they go, Robinette a 3, and that goes in and out.
That's 2 in a row that Robinette has now been able to knock down, and that's rare. You don't see Robinette miss 2 in a row. I don't know if that's going to extend, but this is what you need. Stops on one end, come back, and even if it's just a 2-point shot, that's what you're looking for.
Ainsworth they go. They try to dump this one down to the low post. It's deflected out of bounds, and it's going to stay here with Cornerstone.
Take a look here real quick, and Ainsworth doing work underneath, and you just see what a deft touch he has working around the basket.
They go back into Ainsworth. Thinking about a deep 3. Pump fake was Rollinson. Back to Ainsworth down the low block. Ainsworth going to work, and that rolls off the rim.
Talk about the key is not leaving your feet. As soon as he gets you in the air, he will spin the other direction and just masterfully taking care of the ball.
Driving baseline is O'Neal, but he can't get that one to go off the glass. C of I a little cold coming out of the break.
Bit of a scoring drought. Three straight missed shots for College of Idaho.
Rawlinson lets a deep three go, and he drilled it.
And just like that, it's 7, and Cornerstone getting stops on defense and coming back, and finally, I think that's the first three-point shot of the night.
It is, yeah, their first made three in this one for Cornerstone. Cuts it down to 7. The other way, that's left short there for the offensive rebound is Wyman, and his putback is up and in.
Drew Wyman doing work, left it short. Everything's been a little short this second half, and they got to loosen up coming out of halftime. Drew Wyman having to do it by wrestling for the rebound, get those 2 points.
Rawlinson down to Ainsworth. Ainsworth on Robinette. Here comes the double team. 5-stroke thirst ball. Robinette blocked it, but a foul. Now the question is it on Robinette or O'Neal? It's on Robinette.
Yeah, they're going to call him for it, and even if he did get ball, and we can see a quick replay here as he cuts down the lane, and Robinette swiping at it like that, they're going to call the foul every time.
So Joel Dersma to the line. He has 8 points, and he can't get his first one to go.
Joel Dersma has been a big key to this team, specifically in the first half of the first half, and then they quieted down a bit as Ainsworth started getting going, but they could sure use a spark plug.
Second one no good. This one's swatted out of bounds. It's going to go back to C of I.
9-point lead, and you kind of get the feeling if College of Idaho gets it turned on, they may have this thing figured out in terms of putting points up in a hurry.
Yeah, they're certainly good at that. They've hit triple digits multiple times throughout this year, including last night, as this foul away from the ball on Cornerstone.
You can see a fundamental defensive difference between the team from last night in Jessup and Cornerstone tonight, in that they're drawing the game out, but defensively making shots a lot tougher to just take, putting hands in faces, playing a little bit tougher, tighter man-to-man defense.
Morgan pulls up from the elbow, and he got it.
He stops on a dime and explodes up. Tough to do that when you're moving backwards.
A couple minutes into this first half, Cornerstone back with it over on the left wing. Ainsworth, long 2, rattles home.
And that's his game. I mean, I'll be honest. He has a professional basketball career if he wants one. Oh, Jake O'Neal at the other end, and you saw the acrobat shot, able to get it to fall around Ainsworth, the big 6'9" guy. Good job by O'Neal.
16.5 to play. Here's a 3 from the left wing. That's no good. C of I the rebound. They toss it to Robinette. Bringing this one up, Jake O'Neal. O'Neal back to Robinette. Robinette over in the corner. They work back over to Morgan. Far side, here's a 3 from the right wing. No good. But there for the offensive rebound. They try to kick it back out to Robinette, but it's stolen away by Steffen. Steffen in transition. Step through, no. Morgan forcing the miss. Now quickly the other way with Radford. Radford, look out below.
Yeah, he traveled.
Oh, they say the foul's on the floor. Now they say he traveled.
He did. He took
traveled?
3 steps.
Okay.
Yeah, let's take a look at the Jake O'Neal shot on the up and under. It comes in, and the acrobatic shot going under the arms of Ainsworth. Got the shot to fall and trying for the dunk on the other end, and took one too many steps. If that were the NBA, all good.
Yeah, that's in the NBA, all good, and they're putting it on SportsCenter too. One too many steps though, so it goes back to Cornerstone. About 15.5 minutes to play in this one. 45-34 our score. Ainsworth, no one near him. Back rim, no good. Rogers the rebound. Morgan will bring it up in transition.
Ainsworth was too open. Found himself, he wasn't ready for that.
Go to Peoples, Handren kick. Robinette the 3, that's no. And the rebound going to Cornerstone. Right wing, they go with Rawlinson to Ainsworth on the right elbow. Ainsworth back down to Rawlinson. Tough shot, but a foul. It's called on Peoples.
It's going to be on Peoples, and Rawlinson did what every good post player needs to learn to do. Even if the defender has their arms straight up, if you come at an angle and you're swiping across, he was able to draw the foul. And Dougie Peoples, nothing he could have done on that one. He could have backed up, and then they wouldn't have called the foul.
Rawlinson connecting on his first. Couple subs coming in here for Cornerstone. Checking in is Blake Stewart or Connor Dykema.
Paul Wilson's a good substitute right here because he checks. Well, Ainsworth's out now, but he's given a good spark tonight and played solid defense, forced a few turnovers, knocked down a couple free throws, and having that big presence is huge for College of Idaho. Dykema, though, very athletic underneath.
Morgan over on the left wing, under 15 minutes to play. Handren now with it, bounce pass down to the low post. Rogers rises and puts it in with the left hand. Steffen now over on the left side. Lead back to double digits here for C of I. Back to Steffen they go here on the near side. Steffen lobs this one over to the far corner. Down low they go. Reverse layup is blocked by Wilson. Rogers the other way. Rogers over to Handren. Handren handing this one off. Peoples had it deflected, and Morgan will back it up. Back to Rogers they go. Rogers backing his man down. Picks up his dribble through traffic and a foul.
Rogers getting bailed out there, but last time down for the College of Idaho. Rogers, the Rocky Mountain prospect, doing a good job of posting up and then getting his bag with the back to the rim.
We'll take a timeout here with 14:10 left to go as we head to break. We'll take a look at this block.
Yeah, Paul Wilson, we talked about him being a spark. Dykema, very athletic spin move, comes up, and Paul Wilson able to block it, and Handren corrals it to the other end and drawing a foul. Two shots coming up for College of Idaho.
$14:10 left to play here from the Jake in Caldwell. About 40 minutes or so from downtown Boise here in Canyon County.
Got a bit of a slugfest going on tonight compared to the track meet last night where College of Idaho put up triple digits, and Cornerstone, though leading by double digits, only 11 at this point. And you can see defensively, and we'll just call fundamentally such a sound team, Cornerstone representing really well against this very good College of Idaho team, number 3 in the country.
Stratton Rogers is at the line. He knocks down his first. Second one, though, is left short. And Cornerstone now with 14 minutes left to play will bring this up. The trail by 12. 8th seeded are the Eagles. Number 1 seed, College of Idaho, leading the way here. Yotes ranked 3rd in the entire country. Number 1 in this quadrant of the bracket. Here's a 3 straight away. That's no good. Wilson, the tallest one amongst the trees there as he grabs it. Right side they go with Peoples. Peoples still with it, and he puts this one off glass and in.
That was crafty because Peoples hesitated and just lofted it up over the hand of Dykema. Dykema got cut underneath the backboard.
Dougie Buckets, they call him here in Caldwell.
Dougie Buckets. Gotta love it. Germer's been very quiet tonight. I think he only has 1 shot attempt, and he was a huge part last night. He came in and I think he had 8 points, but he was a spark plug, knocking down a couple of three-pointers.
Cornerstone inbound on the baseline, tipped by Wilson, and it's stolen by the Yotes. Peoples now over to Handren. Handren tosses this one to Wilson. Back to Peoples as he circles. We'll let this one fly, and it's good. Dougie Buckets again.
Let's go, Dougie Buckets. And just from the elbow, coming around a pick, and you saw him use the pick and then create some space to release. Ooh, good looking.
That was Mason Brooks as he knocked that one down from long range.
Mason Brooks, that's his job. Like, he comes in and he shoots threes, and that's what they do.
Whistle a foul away from the ball coming against Cornerstone. They're going to get Blake Stewart, and that's
so
4 on Stewart.
That is 4. So Handren is a decoy. He was a starting point guard last year for the national championship team. He comes in and coaches asked him to take a different role to coordinate the second unit, but he's a decoy. He's not going to shoot the ball. He never does, and yet he still draws double teams and defenders.
Rogers turnaround jump shot, can't connect. Cornerstone the other way, now with 12.5 to play. Steph into Ainsworth, had it stripped and stolen by Rogers. Handren now trying to get to the rim. Handren's still with it, and he's fouled.
So Handren was listening to me, and he said, Ryan, I'm not a decoy. I'm going to attack the rim, and he does just that, and is able to draw the foul. He's pretty crafty getting to the rim, too, and you watch him. He does it with some hesitation moves and taking long steps and drawing contact.
So Caden Handren to the line here, the junior. Will miss on the first one. Out of Scooby, Montana.
Dougie Peoples, Montana. Got a few Montana boys here. I think Drew Wyman's Montana too, isn't he? Both of them are the Gatorade Players of the Year in Montana. We're told. Turns out, College of Idaho has 2 of them.
It's impressive. No wonder they're ranked 3rd in the country, defending national champions.
Absolutely.
This one deflected, stolen by Handren, one of those Players of the Year. So go to Peoples, back to Handren. Handren over to Peoples, lets this one fly, no good, but right to Wilson, and he's fouled, and he'll go to the line.
Well, we're going to say that was a pass by Dougie because it went right to Paul Wilson, and what a way to make a pass. I'm kidding. It's rare you see Dougie Peoples miss a shot like that.
Well, when he does, it falls right into the hands of one of his teammates.
Fortuitous miss.
And Wilson misses on his first. Always say that good teams get good bounces, and that was one of them.
Absolutely. You and I did a tournament just a couple weeks ago, and that was our mantra. Good teams get good bounces like that.
CFI getting another one. Peoples trying to take advantage of it, left it short.
I saw that short out of his hand just from the angle where we are.
The other way, Cornerstone, just under 12 minutes to play. Ainsworth pump fakes, drives, pump fakes again, and a foul is on the floor, they say. So no free throws coming up.
Basket's good, though, so this could be a 4-point play. This is one of those rare 4-pointers.
So bucket counts. And Cornerstone inbound on the baseline. So potential 4 or 5-point trip here for Cornerstone. And stolen on the inbound. Cornerstone a little upset with how that played out. Woolcock is looking for a call that he didn't get.
So we just got word tonight's attendance 1682 here at the Jack, and I think there were a few more people last night.
Yeah, I mean, it's packed here tonight. Here's a 3, that's in and out.
Okay. One of the better misses is Dougie Peoples comes in and cleans up the rebound.
So for perspective, the enrollment here at the College of Idaho is 1135. So I always think that's a cool comparison when we do CFI games. What's the attendance versus the enrollment? As this 3 off the mark, but the putback is up and good from Joel Dersma.
That was a beautiful putback.
Tough shot off glass, no. Rebound going to Wilson. Floats this one out, and the Yotes getting another shot at it here with Rogers.
Joel Dersma showing all kinds of athleticism, catching it and finishing it in the air at the same time.
Rogers fading away, left it short. Rebound grab by Cornerstone. 55-43, a much lower scoring game here tonight for the Yotes. Here's a 3 straight away, back rim, no. Rogers grabs the rebound. Quickly up to Peoples. Peoples on the left wing. Toss back to Rogers. He's going to set it up as we approach the 10-minute mark. Flip this over to Handren. Andrew on the right side. Will now go to the far pocket. 8 to shoot for the Oats. Holding it in the corner, Peoples. 4 to shoot. He puts it on the floor, spinning to the cup, floats it. No, there for the rebound. Put back, no good for Rogers, but Paul Wilson is there, and the Oats will get a third crack at it.
Oh, that's heartbreaking for Cornerstone. Worked so hard to force a shot and just not able to grab the rebound.
And a fourth opportunity now for C of I, and Wilson is fouled. 9:37 to play as we hit the next media timeout. And we'll be right back here. 55-43 our score. Yotes leading Cornerstone. One of the former Yote employees, Daniel Brazil, current executive director of the famous Idaho Potato Bowl, in the house here tonight. One of the nearly 1,700 in attendance here tonight from the Jig.
1,700, and they're loud, and I think there were a few more people last night, but it doesn't matter. This crowd still raucous, but Cornerstone been able to keep them in check a bit tonight and not allowed the big hot runs that they experienced last night.
Yotes with it out of the timeout. Nice spin and turn, but they can't cash in as Jake O'Neill.
So technically that should have been a double dribble. You want to know why? He had the ball in both hands and he touched the ground at the same time. I learned that the hard way in junior basketball.
Oh, did you? got whacked for it, huh? As Joel Dursma knocks this one down.
Joel Dursma grabbed the rebound, came down, and you could see such a critical part of this team.
Here's Robinette up top. We'll toss this one over to Morgan. Under 9 minutes to play. It's Morgan. Give this back to Robinette. Wide open three for Robinette. Back rim, no good. The rebound tracked down by Cornerstone. But then they throw it away. It's Caden Bird not on the same page with his teammate there, Wolcock.
Call those unforced errors. And speaking of Robinette, he's now missed his last 5 shots. Atypical for him. For him to miss 5 shots in a row. It feels like he just wants to sit in a gym and maybe fire off about 15 3-pointers to get him back on point.
10 to shoot as Robinette bounce pass down low. He'll toss this one to Morgan. 4 to shoot as Morgan lets it go. That's no good. Didn't even draw contact with the rim there as the shot clock horn expires and it goes back to Cornerstone. A 10-point C of I lead here with 8:25 to play.
Plenty of time, and plenty of time for Cornerstone to continue. They come down here and they cut it down to 7 or 8 points as the lead, and they can just keep clawing their way back into this. And all the starters are back on the floor now. Coach Blaine feeling like this is a pivotal moment if they're going to keep the lead or not.
Step back, fade away, good. Knocking that one down was Rawlinson, and he has 11.
And you cannot defend that.
Morgan, the baseline kick out to Robinette. And this one was circling Wyman, who lets this one go. Rebound Ainsworth. Cornerstone looking to take advantage. Rawlinson all the way to the cup, can't get to go. Rebound pushed out of bounds, back to the Oats.
College of Idaho looking for an answer here on offense. They got in a dry spell, a bit cold, and kind of get back to what gets them ticking. Penetration inside out, and unfortunately not able to draw iron even the last couple of times down.
CFI has not made a field goal since the 11-18 mark of this half. Robinette's going to try to end the streak, and does.
Couldn't have gone on all night. Robinette, too good of a shooter, too good of a player.
They come to their feet here at the Jake. 7:15 to play. Bounce pass down to Ainsworth. Ainsworth backs his man down, sends a man to the floor. No call, and Cornerstone answers. Morgan the other way. Morgan to Robinette, had it knocked out of his hands. Cornerstone with numbers. Here's Steffet. through contact, can't get that to go. Rebound, put back, no, but a foul.
A little sloppy, right? These last 2 possessions have been a little sloppy. Robinette did hit that three-pointer, which was fantastic. Crowd goes crazy. Coach Blaine raises his hands, but then it gets away from them. And you see him fumble the ball. Robinette not able to hold on the inside. And then Robinette falls off on defense. And you start seeing just how Cornerstone's staying in this game.
They have it down to 8. As the first free throw is up and good. Under 7 minutes to go.
And this is about the time that if Cornerstone's going to go on a run, it's going to be right now. College of Idaho has to rise up and get a shot here if they're going to stop this Cornerstone team.
CFI with the ball here, leading 58-51. Morgan from the right wing will drive along the baseline, circles, kicks. Radford with it, lost his footing, and it goes back to Cornerstone. There's a little pocket of Cornerstone fans directly across from us at the top of the bleachers on the far sideline. There's, I'm going to say, about 10 of them. They make some noise.
11. They're 11.
Okay. The C of I student section, who has them outnumbered by quite a few, making some noise here. 6.5 to play. Steffen puts this one on the floor. Will now circle back to the top of the arc. 12 to shoot. Rawlinson with it. Guarded by Morgan. Rawlinson drives, shoots, can't get it to go. Rebound to C of I.
Good defensive stop, and Samaje Morgan got in position, forced the errant shot. So the rise up on defense, they got it. Now they have to score some points.
Morgan driving. Picks up his dribble, stuck in the low block. Has to swing this out back to Wyman. Wyman to Radford. He's going to let this three go. Back rim, no good. But poked out was Robinette. The Yotes are going to get another chance. Robinette won't get credit for the rebound, but he's the reason they got it. Radford will dial it up. Good.
Johnny Radford on. Makes it tough, pushes it back to 10, and they really needed that burst.
Johnny Radford pushing the lead back to 10. Stolen by Morgan. Morgan coming the other way, 2-on-2, finding Rogers. Rogers to Robinette, gets it to go.
I think the defender aided him in getting the ball in. Tried for the dunk. Quick timeout now by Cornerstone. Take a look at the Radford three here. Ball rotates around, second three-point attempt. Jab steps, rises up over the top, and second attempt on the same possession gets it to go down the second time.
5:08 left to play, 63-51 our score. You said just a few moments ago that if Cornerstone was going to go on a run, it was right now. The team that went on the run was C of I.
Absolutely, and Cornerstone was poised to do it. They had College of Idaho down. They had College of Idaho force them into some errant shots and some stuff that they didn't want to do offensively. And they were getting stops on defense, but just offensively could not convert. And Samaje Morgan, I'm going to credit him. He came down and just played position defense, forced that errant shot, forced the miss. And off of that, they came down, knocked down a three-pointer. And then you saw Robinette with the attempted dunk that, I think the other guy, I think the defender should get credit for the points. But ball goes in, and that's a 5-point swing.
So with 5:08 left to play and a trip to the national quarterfinals here on the line, it's Cornerstone and C of I as we come down the stretch here. 63-51 our score. The Yotes, tough to beat on this home floor. They're unbeaten on this floor so far here this season. This will be the last game played on this floor, not in the gym, but on the floor, as College of Idaho will get a new floor here next year. And C of I fans can actually buy a piece of that floor if they want. So there you go.
The floor. You were talking about the floor.
Yeah,
I couldn't hear you. The band
Yeah.
was so loud, I literally couldn't hear you. So if you're talking about the floor, I think it's a great idea. Come buy a piece of that. Talk to the athletic department here. But you know who's been quiet so far is Ainsworth. And if you're going to settle this, you still have time with 5 minutes left. There it is. Run the offense through Ainsworth.
Ainsworth on Wilson. Can't get it to go. Rolls out on him.
Wilson just held his ground, and keep your arms up. And Ainsworth really trying to find some room there. Had a good look, not able to convert, but that's good defense.
Morgan drives baseline, reverse layup is good.
So quick to the hole.
Ainsworth again on Wilson, and this time he gets it to go.
Yeah, tough to defend that. Wilson did the right thing in just keeping his feet, because you don't want to draw a foul in an and one.
4:20 left to play. C of I with the lead in the ball. Here with Rogers. Morgan now with it. He's on the baseline. Now back his defender down. Pump fake, spins, turns, gets the bucket and the foul. Samaje Morgan to the line for another. And C of I starting to put a stamp on this one.
Yeah, I'll take a look at Samaje Morgan going baseline here, and the reverse layup with the left hand. A bit with the tall timbers, then he comes back around and hits the next bucket. Chance for an and one here. If we get a chance, we'll take a look at it.
67-53 the lead as Morgan heads to the line for his bonus free throw, and have a stoppage in play here.
Take a look at Morgan with the underhand scoop, just able to finish, and I think he might have been as surprised as everybody else when that thing went in.
Officials now talking to head coach Kobe Blaine here for the College of Idaho. And we're ready for the free throw now. Morgan to the line, free throw up and good.
And that's a big swing, because that pushes it to a 15-point lead. And it wasn't too long ago that was it to 7. So now they flipped it, and they've gone on an 8-0 run to get it to this point.
Steffen floats this one down to Rollinson, in and out and then back in.
Rollinson, a really soft touch, and you saw that running high-low, and College of Idaho giving that spot up. And if Rollinson can continue to hit that, doesn't matter if it's Ainsworth or Rollinson, that shot's going to be open.
3.5 left to play. Morgan pulls up from the elbow, good.
And now Morgan's feeling it. He scored the last 7 points for College of Idaho and really been a huge cog, and he was the one defensively that forced this thing.
He's got 16 tonight. Ainsworth pump fake, stripped, and a foul on Morgan.
Yeah, he probably got him. The problem was Wilson left his feet. You do not leave your feet against Ainsworth. You play him straight up and make him shoot over the top. And Morgan coming in from behind, hacked at him, but Ainsworth so masterful. I can't say enough about him. He's probably, I've been more impressed with him than any other player so far that we've seen in this part of the tournament.
Lead is 15 for the Oats. 3:18 left to play. The Oats 3 minutes and change away from the Sweet 16 as this is knocked home by Rollinson, or rather Mason Brooks rather.
Brooks, he's their three-point shooter. They bring him in just to shoot threes.
C of I really going to slow down the tempo now. Leading by 12. Morgan at the top of the key. Bounce pass down to Wilson. Wilson, nice find underneath to Morgan as he's fouled. Morgan just kind of snuck under there.
That is such a dynamic play, because they set the two big men up in a pick situation, and then they back pick for each other. They run a man off of it, and then the backside they run a pick. Too many picks I'm talking about. Anyway, Morgan gives the ball up to one of the big men, and then he catches a back pick and heads to the hole. And the idea is getting him down underneath, able to convert the first free throw. And that's a very advanced basketball. This game that we're playing is basketball tonight, but an advanced basketball play.
Earlier,
I was at baseball earlier.
Samaje Morgan connects on his 2 free throws. Getting to be that time of the year here in the Treasure Valley. Cornerstone with it now. They need some points, and they need them in a hurry. Rollinson, tough shot, no. Morgan there for the rebound.
A little bit of desperation now, and you can see forcing some shots. College of Idaho locking down. Again, they're going to run the same thing, double pick to the top, get it to the low post. Now you can run multiple things off of it.
Wyman floats this one to Wilson. Wilson kick out Radford. Radford gets a screen right. He'll go right, pulls up from the free throw line and hits.
Boy, not a lot you can do with that. Rawlinson shaking his head, thinking, man, I had good defense. Radford has some hops at 6 foot, 6'1".
There's a three straight away. That's no good. And Wilson grabs the rebound. Under 2 minutes to play here from Caldwell.
Yeah, 2 minutes and a 16-point lead. And at this point, it may be too little too late. Well, it is too little too late, let's be honest.
Morgan has it. Morgan pulls up from the elbow. Through contact, no call. Rogers is there for the rebound. Gives off to Radford, and he floats this one to Wyman. Wyman to Morgan. Morgan no good. The rebound going to Cornerstone.
Couple of looks there. Able to eat some shot clock, though.
From the left elbow, this is Ainsworth. Ainsworth swings this one back to the top of the key. Enters shooting. Steffen, good.
And Steffen, you kind of have to ask yourself where that's been all night. It feels like he could have got to the middle of the lane, showing a soft touch, but with a minute left, and it looks like they're not going to foul. College of Idaho just going to run this thing out.
C of I leading by 14 as we have under a minute to play. Morgan blows by his defender, finds Wilson, back to Morgan, off glass, no good. Cornerstone grabbed the rebound, Steffen the other way, 45 seconds to play. Here's a three from the top of the key. That's no good. Rolls off the rim. Grabbing the rebound is Wyman. Gives it back to Morgan. They'll have to shoot it one more time, but C of I could book its trip to the Sweet 16 as they foul Morgan.
Gesture here, Luke Vanderwerf, the junior from Zeeland, Michigan, going to get a chance to check in and clock a couple of seconds here in the NAIA tournament.
And here comes the crowd favorite, Beaver St. Clair. One of a few subs coming on for C of I. Tyler Harris also checking in, along with Ethan Tinney and Aaron Strings, all checking in here for C of I. The third line, you could say. So Morgan to the line. Morgan's got 18 points here tonight as we have a whistle before.
Oh, we got a shot clock issue above the.
Yeah, they're having issues with the clock on this end of the floor. It's still working on the opposite end of the floor. But the.
Can we just agree that maybe we don't need it? Okay, there we go.
At the St. Patrick's Day Sweet 16 celebration here in Caldwell, slightly delayed due to the shot clock. It rims out. Under 30 to play as Cornerstone grabs the rebound. Cuts through off glass, no good. Rebound and putback is good. That was Luke Vanderwerf. And with 18 seconds to go, no shot clock. Morgan will bring this one across, and C of I is going to win it.
Boy, what a valiant effort by Cornerstone University. And they came in with a game plan and did a good job of executing it. Just not enough baskets made. And defensively holding them to 74 points. I would call that a victory, just not enough shots made. But Coach Elders did a good job of prepping his guys to come in versus this number 3 team in the country.
So the College of Idaho wins it here tonight on St. Patrick's Day. Your final score, 74-62. C of I on to the quarterfinals, the round of 16, where they will play the winner of Adoma and Shawnee State. There's that game going on over in Michigan. So they'll play the winner of that game in the round of 16. The Yotes back into the round of 16 as they get win number 30 here tonight. The 7th time in program history the Yotes have hit that mark, and the 6th time in the last 7 years.
Yeah, and for College of Idaho, different people with different performances and same results. So Samaje Morgan coming in with 18 points. He was 7 for 14 from the field, 0 for 3 from the three-point line, but did a lot around the basket and was phenomenal creating for other people. With him getting so deep in that penetration, they were able to do a lot. Some of the other contributors, Drew Wyman with 12, And Johnny Radford, really, we talked about him getting hot. Johnny Radford's an issue when he's shooting threes like that. Knocked in 13 points, Robin it with 11 on the other side. And I can't say enough about Corey Ainsworth. Absolutely phenomenal. The guy is 6'9" and masterful. He steps out to 18 feet, knocks stuff down. And, you know, I see this guy playing next level, maybe not NBA, maybe NBA, but if he wants a professional career, there's a lot of basketball around the world, and they always need skilled big men, and Ainsworth just stepping up his game, 21 points tonight. Luke Rawlinson with 15 points, followed by Joldersma with 12.
So you see C of I there at center court getting their picture taken with the region trophy as they win the first and second rounds here from the College of Idaho. So another trophy to add to the already crowded trophy case for C of I, but they have their sights set much higher than this one. They want to be playing in Kansas City here in a couple weeks as they slap the Yotes sticker on the board, which has the tournament bracket on top of it. Yotes now celebrating with their students here at center court. And that'll just about do it for us here tonight. CMI winning this one 74-62 over Cornerstone. For Ryan Luke, my name is Lucas Gephardt. The Yotes on to the quarterfinals, into the round of 16, and we'll see you there.